Is it worth to visit Bali in the raining season? When is the raining season? Are the rains and storm really heavy, or is it no problem but don't disturb your vacation? We will talk about this in the video today. Make sure you subscribe our channel and push the like button. Yeah, Bali Invest community. I'm living now for more than 4 years in Bali, and for sure I also had many raining seasons behind me. Mostly it starts in October, November, and the raining season in Bali is like until February. But I must say, I had already, for example, last month, the November, who was complete sun. Not even 1 or 2 times rain. But this year, the November in Bali was super much rain. Many times even some street was flooded, and I would say this raining season, it's definitely an impact on your holiday. But don't talk just about my experience. I also find here a nice video on YouTube who get over 200,000 views, and we will check this out.
Rainy season. When is it? How bad does it get? Is it going to ruin my holiday? Is it even worth visiting Bali during rainy season? Let's get into it.
Yeah, this is what she have done there, a raining coat. Definitely recommendation, have it always in your scooter, because sometimes there come a big rain, maybe just for 10-15 minutes. If you take it over, everything fine. If not, you're completely wet. So always have this in your scooter.
If you look at this graph posted by Bali.com, you'll see that January is the month that gets the most.
I think this is a really interesting chart what they have right here, because the climate is always between 25 and 33, never more hot than 33. So this is super comfortable, and this is what I really like in Bali. And yeah, it's true. You have here the period from what I said already, from February, March, where the lane really rests, until here. Sometimes it's even super dry before the raining season starts. August, September, yes, this was super dry months. And then in October, step by step, it's getting high. So this means like the worst month normally for visiting Bali is between November and January. And this is mostly the time where I personally moved to Thailand, not just because of the raining season, also because of the heavy traffic between Christmas and New Year, because Bali is sometimes completely blocked in this time.
Most amount of rain. So maybe you've booked your holiday for December and January and you're panicking now. You're like, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get rained out. Just wait, don't panic. It actually depends on where you are and what you are coming here for.
True, it's super interesting. When I go to Nusa Ceningan, the neighbor island of Bali, where our Sigara seaside resort is, it's super less rain. We always see the big clouds about Bali. Sometimes if I'm in Ceningan, my wife is in Bali, I make a phone call, heavy rain, and we have a beautiful sun in Nusa Ceningan. Also in the north of Bali is even more rain. Ubud in the jungle area. It's really different. Sometimes, for example, you drive from Canggu to Seminyak, Canggu completely wet, Seminyak not even a little bit rain. So it's super different from the areas.
If you are here for a beach holiday, make sure you're up early in the morning and at the beach so that you can enjoy some of the sunny parts before it starts to rain, usually at around 1 o'clock. But if you are here for the beach holiday, you'll generally be down in Sanur, Nusa Dua or Uluwatu, where it rains a lot less. So you might not have to worry at all.
That's true. Like the southern area, Uluwatu, there's same like Ceningan, there's a little bit less than in the middle or the north of Bali.
So one thing about rainy season in Bali is it actually depends where in Bali you are. So if you spend majority of your time in a place like Ubud, you're probably going to get rained out. We are heading to Ubud now. We're coming from Canggu. It's a little bit overcast, but not much rain at all. And you'll probably find as soon as we get to Ubud, there'll be a lot more rain. But who knows? Let's go and see. To be honest, the cloud cover can actually start to get to you if you're living here for a long period of time. And that's why on the Bali expats groups, there's a lot of expats that are actually moving out of Ubud. They say there's too much rain in rainy season, too much cloud cover, and there's barely anything you can do when it does rain. So
Ja, This is true. I mean, if you're in Ubud in a jungle area where you have some nice day clubs, you have nice resorts, you have nice yoga places, also nice restaurants where you can go out. But when it's rain all the time and you stay a lot of the time at home in your villa, it could get a little bit boring.
Take that into account if you've got a lot planned. It'll be a tricky situation because Ubud is at a higher elevation and it does naturally see more rainfall than, say, Canggu or Uluwatu. And if you're heading further into the mountains like Munduk and northern Bali, well then it'll be solidly raining there as well. Not great, but you know, there are certain times where you get some blue skies and sunny days popping in between. It's really the luck of the draw.
Yeah, that's also my experience from the last days. Sometimes there come a heavy rain, but 15 minutes later you have beautiful sun and can enjoy the sun. And it was not that much, so it's also depending if you're lucky or if you're not lucky. Sure, I can give some advices, but in the end, it's always different.
Okay, next up, let's talk about if you're here for a short trip. You've been saving up for your honeymoon, it's a very special occasion. You're only going to be in Bali for a limited number of days. We really don't recommend you book in rainy season if that's the case. We just don't want you to be disappointed if you're there on Nusa Penida, you want to visit Diamond Beach and it's pouring with rain. You've got this amazing accommodation at this beautiful beach resort and it's raining. You're going to save a lot of money and you could potentially be wasting that money. So definitely consider planning in the drier months.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It's a better decision to go at a different time to Bali. Also, we have seen this in the Sigara Seaside Resort. That, for example, when I compare the occupancy in September or October or now in November, always the maintenance months. And then for sure it's also less tourists. But we are still in Bali. Still in the rain season, you even there have a lot of tourists who are visiting Bali.
So right now I'm filming a time lapse for this video and I was expecting it to rain because it's been raining the last 3 days in a row, literally like clockwork. Between 11 and 1 p.m. it's just been raining. But today, blue skies, a beautiful blue sky day in the middle of the wet season, which can totally happen. It's really just the luck of the draw.
Coming to Digital Nomad here, specifically in Canggu, like we are, I'll be honest, it's not a vibe in rainy season. One of two things happens. So you come to the cafes to co-work and everything. You get there in the morning, it's all good, it's pretty sunny like right now. Look, we actually have like relatively blue skies. But then when 1 p.m., 2 p.m. comes, the rain comes, and then it's so freaking hard to get around and motorbike.
Oh yeah, there she says something. When it's raining time and it's raining, it's not more hot, it's the same temperature like all year, but you sweating much more. The air is full of wet and it's really, I would say, uncomfortable if you're sitting in a cafe for working outside and you're sweating all the time. So this means like it's better in the raining season if you have a room who is air conditioned. Definitely.
Bike everywhere and you get completely drenched even if you driving like 1 kilometer away. Like here I come to coast all the time and home is like it's like 2 kilometers away, but I get completely drenched on the motorbike. Or if it doesn't rain, it's super humid, so you have to be very picky about your cafes that you're choosing. Like now I'm actually leaving coast because it's too humid for me to work there, because it's not an air-conditioned cafe. So that's another thing, you have to hunt down air-conditioned cafes and they're few and far between. So yeah, it's not been fun. It's actually been, it's been pretty uncomfortable on those rainy days.
But also, yeah, we must say that this is like complaining on a really high niveau, yeah. There's people who have to be in Europe in a dirty big city with big snow, rain, cold, immigrants, criminality and all this other stuff, and you're still in paradise, yeah. So like this is really complaining on a high niveau, but for sure we want to give you the best experience, the best advices for your Bali holiday, because if you're living there, you can always do something. If you just have a short period of time because it's your vacation, for sure, it's even much better. If you have the best weather, if you have guaranteed the best experiences of your Bali holiday.
It's comfort food and drinks. Okay?
Food and drinks.
Life's hard in rainy season.
Life's hard in rainy season, and we've got a Balinese wedding we're going to in like less than an hour. Hopefully it doesn't get rained out though, but I'm seeing the clouds. Getting wedding ready. Ibu and Ali are helping. Travi, let's see your outfit. Nice. This is my outfit. Very colorful. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Pretty princess. Pretty. Thank you. It's our friends Andy and Ayu's wedding today. I think this is like the third of all the festivities. There's so many days that go into a wedding.
Yeah, nice. This reminds me on my Balinese wedding. I think we also still have some pictures or videos here. So there we also make the ceremony for 3 days. And yeah, for sure, it was a great experience. So overall, back to the topic. Raining season in Bali. We know when it's starting. We know it's important which area you stay. And also what is your activities. If you just come there, for example, for the nightlife and everything, you just go from your villa to the club somewhere else. Okay, it might be doesn't affect you so much. But for example, also there, if you want to go to a nice beach club, even there for party, it's not the vibe. It's not the vibe when it's raining. So all the best locations, Savaya, Finn's Beach Club or Atlas, they don't make so much fun when it's raining. I mean, for sure, we also have huge malls in Bali, like you also see already in other videos, the new Icon Mall in Sanur is finished. So there will be always activities. You can go to Finn's Recreation, you can throw axes, bowling, table tennis, paddle, gym, so much other activities what you can do. I hope this information was useful for you. Let us know in the comments with also topics what you want to have more information about. We will talk about this. Push the like button and we'll see us soon in the next video.